Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Fringe North podcast. My name is Garrett Ryan. My pronouns are he, him. I am with Artist Relations this year for the Fringe North 2022 festival, and I'm really excited to be joined today by Owen. Owen, do you want to take a moment to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Hi, my name is Owen and my pronouns are he, him, and I am Electoral Summer Station. Woohoo! Yeah.
Oh,
So last year I was OwenMK, but now I am more of a production team now. So I have another person working with me by the name of Joel, and he does more of the music beats and yeah. So yeah.
great. That's really exciting. I want to talk a little bit about that collaboration in a moment, but I guess first, just overall, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're bringing to Fringe North this season?
Yeah, sure. So what I'm bringing to Fringe North this year is three new songs. And what I'm going to be doing in the video is I'm going to be talking about the songs, and they're basically experiences of my life, kind of how I've grown since my last album, because my last album was mostly talking about, what growing up with autism and kind of like the abilities of just, moving forward. And now this album is more of like what I'm going through right now, the experiences of just becoming an adult. So that's basically what it's all about. So yeah.
Great, that's really exciting. So you participated with us last year as well. How is what do you think is the difference between your process going into last year, going working on your submission last year versus this year? Has yeah, what's the process been like? Has it changed? How have you grown?
It's changed so much because I remember on the first time I submitted my video, I did that by myself. And during that process too, right after that video, I was making music too. And my friend was actually watching me do those like music on GarageBand and stuff. And so generally it was slowly progressing into something new because eventually we got into like different studio programs. I'm not sure if we want to get into that now or later, but right now I'm just, before I was working with GarageBand, now I'm working with FL Studio to make my music. So it's very much better quality music than last year. I'm excited for people to hear it. So
Awesome.
yeah.
That's great. And you mentioned that this year you are collaborating with Joel. So talk to us a little bit about how that collaboration started and what that looks like. I know you said he's doing more of the beats, that kind of
Yeah,
aspect. Yeah, why
yeah,
don't
yeah.
you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So, like I said, like he's kind of like more behind the scenes and stuff. So, kind of how we kind of got together. I've known him for like most of my life, pretty
Right.
much, and he's one of my best friends. He's very cool, and so basically we hang out all the time, and we kind of just learn off of one another. We kind of like bring up ideas and stuff, and I don't know, just kind of like what all friends are. We decided just to kind of create our own team, Electoral Summer Station, and it's a fair title because like I don't know, I don't want it just to be about me because there's no chance of growing and just doing something on your own all the time. You might as well just bring other people in to kind of create something new. So yeah, I always like to try something new and make something like so. It's just a fun process. If I worked by myself, it wouldn't be as fun, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Yeah, absolutely. There's something great about collaborating on art with other people, for sure.
exactly, yeah.
Do you see this as a partnership that will continue on? Are you going to do some other work in the future?
Oh, absolutely. So my friend's gonna work on an EP. Now he's going back to school in September, but eventually he's gonna make his own EP, and I'm probably gonna be in some of the music, and I'm probably gonna be more in behind the scenes. But he's hopefully hoping to get other people to kind of sing on the his EP and stuff. That'd be really cool. And I forgot to mention with this new album that I'm creating right now. I have other people featured in the album more than last year, so I'm excited for people to hear that too. So yeah, so Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I was actually going to ask if there was room for some other collaborators coming in. So you have some other people already, and I guess in the future with your work, are you going to be looking to keep those doors open, having people come collaborate, work with you?
100%, more the merrier, all the talent I can get, it's, that's perfect for,
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talked, you mentioned this briefly when giving the sort of project overview. But what would you say is like really the biggest differences to work that you've done in the past with this new album?
Okay, so the differences between this album in the past to now is like, it's more, like with like the work I did on my last album, it was more, there wasn't as much detail to it. I feel like with this album, there's more detail and there's more like body to the album, because we've been working on it since December, and we decided just to kind of make it more, well, just like approachable to other people, because like right now, like in a time where, there was COVID and then there's all these different things going on in the world. I mean, somebody needs like a positive light to kind of just move forward, and there's a lot of people out there that need that. And I'm hoping that this album is kind of this light to other people,
Yeah.
especially if people like under the spectrum, autism
Mhm.
too. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I'm really happy that you're doing that work and involved in that
Yeah.
creation process. I know you uh, were on the podcast last year, so if anyone is watching and hasn't had a chance to check that out, you can go back and find that on our YouTube channel. But I I'd love to just like hear a little bit of your story, like how you originally started getting into to doing this.
Oh yeah,
Like
of
what's your
course.
sort of journey that got you to this point?
Okay, well, it all started with my autism videos. I
Hmm.
started making them in 2010, and I was around like 15 around that time. My first video was very, very, very like, I was so nervous, so I wasn't like at my best at that time. But ever since then, I just kind of just kept getting better. I feel like my videos that I created over the years, including the parodies in my vlogs, it's just been a beautiful process toward just like better communication, because like growing up I had a lot of troubles communicating to people and talking to people, because not just because I was shy, but I was just like, well, it comes with confidence too, obviously, but like there was a lot of setbacks towards my communication, so that like making videos was a big help towards like growing. And I hope that people can see these music and just kind of relate in a way, just like kind of like a positive role model toward a new audience. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I hope so too, and I'm sure it will reach the people that you're trying to reach. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So on that subject, I'm interested. Who have been some of your role models or influences in your journey?
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Mind if I put the camera down for a sec?
Sure. Yeah.
Enya is a big one. I love that artist.
Oh, very cool.
I love her music. She's been big inspiration to me since like the early 2000s. And another artist I was big inspiration is Adam Young from Owl City. He's
Okay.
made like Fireflies in the radio. So
Mhm.
that's like my music. That's what the album's gonna sound mostly like with Owl City. Like I really love his music. So that's mostly what the inspirations come from. So yeah.
Really cool. Yeah. Yeah. I'm familiar with Owl City. What did you say the name? Her name was again?
Her name's Enya.
Enya. Okay.
Yeah.
I may have heard of her. I will definitely look her up after we
Yeah, yeah. She
finish
sings that
this.
song Only Time.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely look her up. I'll let
Yeah,
you know once I listen.
yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, that's great. That's really awesome. So outside of music and the arts, what would you say are some of your biggest passions?
I'd say my biggest passions are, I'd say, well, this mostly music, but I did do theater for a bit. I really did enjoy that, like I said last year, but you know, I like making music more now.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just something that just kind of, it's just like you can just open up and say whatever you want. But outside of it, I think I like to hike and do a bunch of different things, you know. I just like nature a lot too. So that's what you're gonna see a lot in the videos I submitted too, with nature and stuff. So yeah.
Great. Yeah. Well, that's you're in a great place for it. The Sioux has beautiful nature.
Oh yeah,
But
for sure.
I said off camera before we started the interview, I'm in Toronto now, so I miss the nature. I'm excited to be there for the festival, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Um, what what is one thing from the submission this year that you're most excited for people to see?
The one thing I'm excited for people to listen to when they see my submission is the work I put into it. I'd say more or less like the new stuff that I created. Some of the videos were created like years ago, and then there's a couple of new content in the new submissions. I'm excited for people to see the new stuff because like it's so cool to see like what I went through, and then it's like on camera now, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm just excited for people to see my new stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited as well. Um,
Yeah.
I something that I'm very passionate about is how for me specifically, it's more in the realm of theater, but I guess for any kind of art, performing arts, but really any kind of art, is the effect to kind of reach beyond just the sort of entertainment value. So you talk a little bit about how you want your music to reach people that have had similar struggles to you. So I guess just in that realm, what do you think is the importance of art in general in everyday life? Like what would you sort of it's a very broad question, but anything you can offer in that idea, like
I would say like emotion, because like I feel within art, I can produce what I'm thinking, you know. Growing up was
mm,
very hard for me to kind of communicate those um very important thoughts. So I was able to kind of create music to kind of open up about, you know, my art, you know. And it's beautiful. I love the Fringe Festival because it just kind of helps me to kind of show off who I am truly. And I feel like I'm growing so much from like I've grown so much from my last submission last year. And then now I just feel so much more confident because of this. So yeah. And yeah, so yeah, no, that's what I think art is just like the emotion toward what you're trying to create. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's really great. Like it can help sort of get across ideas that you can't get across through just everyday kind of communication. I feel the same way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, sort of switching gears a little bit. You mentioned this a little bit briefly earlier, but just with doing the sort of the digital submission and working with that technology, you said that you kind of you made the switch to a new program this year. So what is the sort of technological aspect looked like in your production?
Well, I wish I had Joel here to kind of explain it more,
Yeah,
but I'd say it's very, very complicated.
yeah,
My friend always tells me I'm always learning something new every day. You know, it's very complicated, but once you get something going, which he has gotten really good at getting better at it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful program, I swear. Like, and it's very good quality, and I don't know. I just feel like it's just way better than GarageBand,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah,
Yeah, but,
for
you know,
sure.
GarageBand served me well. It really did. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way with if I'm doing any basic editing with something like what's the sort of GarageBand equivalent with the iMovie, that's it. So
Yeah.
anything like iMovie or GarageBand are great for that sort of um, like jumping into it, and then you get into those programs that are, they seem very overwhelming, but there's so much more detail and precision. There's really an artistry involved in editing that it's like the work that editors do in terms of either film or music, it's I respect them so much. It's something that I could not do.
Oh, for sure, you know, and it's just like you putting in all this time, and it's like, I mean, the beautiful thing about COVID is you had more time to kind of do it. But now that like COVID, that, you know, things are starting to lift a little bit, it's a little bit harder to kind of create things now. And I could see how people can like, and like it could be very overwhelming too, I bet, like, you know, with all the stuff that you have to learn on the programs and stuff. So it takes time. It really does, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess on the subject of, just because you mentioned it, I'm curious, would you like to transition into doing some more live in-person stuff now that COVID is allowing it?
I would love to do that. I'm gaining more and more confidence every day. I think the thing is, like, this year, the reason why I only did it digital is because I think that like jumping right into it would be very crazy for me, but I think I would be able to do it. I've done live performances before.
Right.
I just, you know, it'd just be like very surreal for me to just start this year, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's really exciting. I mean, it's as a festival, just speaking from the festival, we need the digital and we need the live. Both of them are very core elements of what we want to do. So it would be, I think it would be a really interesting thing for you to do some live stuff as well, but definitely keep doing this this digital work as well. It's equally important.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. So I guess just to sort of wrap it all up, if what is your sort of quick pitch of why someone should check out your submission this year? I mean, we have a whole podcast worth of why, but as what's your kind of your elevator pitch?
Yeah. You know what? I kind of wrote this down last night. Is it okay if I kind of look for it?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'll be really quickly fast. You know what? I kind of had it. You know what? I have it on my mind. So I'll just
Okay.
kind of, yeah. Okay. So perfect. Okay. So my submission is for people that have been going through a rough time. And if anybody wants to watch my submission, it will help you kind of help. Sorry, I'm going to go to what I wrote down. I'm sorry.
No, no, absolutely. That's great.
Yeah. I'm really glad I wrote it down beforehand. Find it, sorry, can you repeat that question? I just want to make sure I kind of get this right.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess the best way to phrase it is just what is your quick sort of elevator pitch reason of why someone should check out your production?
Yeah. So my production is a new album that is coming out in the end of August, and I submitted 3 songs from that album as a submission into the festival. They are from the heart. Some of them are from back 10 years ago, some of them are from now, and I believe that you will see a lot of change from last year, you know, growth, and I believe you guys will really enjoy it. And I think that people will really see, like, you know, like the potential within my production arts.
So what do you think you would like the audience to take away from your production?
I'd like people to take away from the overall work I put into the process of making this music. I hope people can find the confidence to kind of create their own content, whether it's about what they go through every day, or whether they want to create like music or like podcasts or vlogs. It doesn't matter what it is, you know, any gift is a beautiful thing, you know, and any way to show your gifts is the biggest part of showing who you really are. So that's why I want people to take away from my pitch. So
Great. That's great. Thank you so much for sharing that.
yeah, yeah.
So I think we will wrap up here then. Thank you so much for doing this, Owen. That's great.
Hey, no worries.
I really appreciate you coming on here and talking about your project, and just for being back at Fringe North again this season. It's so great to have you back.
I'm so excited. Is it okay
Yeah.
if I give people my Instagram, if that's okay?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, so my Instagram is Electro Sums. It's Electro Summer Station, so you're gonna get all my content on there, including my YouTube channels, OwenMK and Electro O on YouTube. So both of them have different content and stuff. So if you guys wanna check out my Instagram page, Electro Sums, that'd be great.
Great, that's awesome. And we will be selling tickets starting August 1st for our festival, which will be from August 18th to the 21st. So you can check out our website, which I have in my description here, siouxfringe.com. That's our new website. You can buy some tickets August 1st. For shows like Owen's, or we have a whole bunch of shows, a whole bunch of different genres. We have theater, music, a whole slew of exciting content for you to check out, and we're really excited. So thank you so much once again, Owen, and yeah, we'll see you everyone at the festival.
Bye.
Fringe North runs from August 18th to the 21st. This year, Fringe will be a hybrid festival, so there will be both in-person and digital offerings. To stay updated and learn more, visit siouxfringe.com. We are always looking for volunteers to help out in various areas. If you are interested in volunteering during this year's activities, email siouxfringe@gmail.com. Like what we're doing? Don't forget to tip the Fringe at paypal.me/fringenorth so that we can continue to help support artists, or e-transfer to siouxfringe@gmail.com.